What's up guys, it's Infamous Beats. You know I'm vibing. Let's cut to the chase. You may not be receiving as much traction as you'd like with your beats, and the algorithm isn't necessarily working in your favor. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with reaching out to people rather than waiting for them to reach out to you. In fact, this is a marketing strategy that giant companies all over the world use every single day. So in this video, we'll go over how to reach out to artists on Instagram and how to effectively turn them into paying customers. The first step of this, of course, is going to be finding the artist. When looking for artists who may be interested in your beats, there's a wide array of social media tools that you can use to find these artists. I think the 4 best social media platforms to find artists are Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Think about the tools that each of these social media platforms offer and utilize them to your advantage when looking for artists. For example, if you make drill beats, I will go to Instagram and search for a page that's dedicated to up-and-coming drill artists. From here, you can go through that page's posts, their comments, followers to try to find drill artists who might be interested in your beats. Personally, I make West Coast beats, and luckily enough, there's an entire page called Dizzler dedicated to up-and-coming West Coast artists who pay to have their music posted on that page. I go through this page pretty regularly to find new artists and reach out to them. And you can use the same strategy across different social media platforms. Just think about how you can utilize the features of each of these platforms to find the people you're looking for. So now let's say you found that up-and-coming artist that you want to reach out to and see if they're interested in your beats. Before you message them anything, you want to make sure that you do your research. You want to make sure you understand who this artist is, what type of music they make, and what they're looking for. For example, you might have found a drill artist who hops on the exact type of beats that you make, but turns out he just released an album and he's not looking for beats right now. And if that's the case, you can still reach out, you just might want to change your approach. Just a couple things I would look for when scoping out an artist's profile. How long have they been making music for? Are they brand new? Do they have a small fan base? Are they locked into a particular producer? Or does it seem like they've been hopping on beats from different producers throughout their whole career? These are all important things to look into and consider before reaching out to an artist, just to make sure there's a respect level there and you're just not reaching out because you want them to buy your beats. And I guarantee if you reach out to an artist and they realize that you're in touch with their brand and their music, they're going to be a lot more receptive to you than if you just came in not knowing anything about them, saying, hey, want to buy some beats? When reaching out to a new artist, think about it like building a relationship rather than trying to get a sale. I think the biggest mistake that producers make when reaching out to artists is coming in too hot and only focusing on sales and not the relationship. You might get a few sales here and there with that approach, but you're not building long-term relationships and return customers, which at the end of the day is what businesses thrive off of. So let's get into actually messaging the artist. When messaging an artist to see if they're interested in your beats, I would start off by mentioning how you found their page and something that you like about their music or just something about their page in general. Being specific alleviates any thoughts that you're a bot or someone who's just trying to sell you something. Now, this is the most important part. Throughout your conversation with this artist, you don't want to be salesy or make a pitch in any sort of way. Unless, of course, they bring up that they're interested in your beats, at which point, sure. Your main goal in this conversation should be to have a memorable conversation, build a relationship, and follow each other. Focus on similar interests and just talk to them like they're a human being that you're having a conversation with on the street. At the end of the day, you're looking to build a long-term relationship and a return customer rather than get a couple sales. So stop thinking about these artists as dollar signs and think about them as real people and how you can benefit their artistry. And when talking to an artist or anyone really who might be interested in your beats, I can almost guarantee you off that first message, they're going to go to your profile to check you out. So having all of your social media profiles set up clearly and concisely is critical. When an artist goes to your profile, they're typically looking to answer 2 questions. Who are you? And what do you do? So when building your social media profiles, keep these 2 questions in mind and try to answer them as clearly and concisely as you can so an artist has their questions answered right off the bat. And you also want to showcase your talents too. So for Instagram and TikTok, I'd recommend pinning your best content at the top of your profile. This is a simple but effective way to build credibility with an artist before you even start the conversation. So at this point, you may be thinking, all this sounds great, but how am I going to sell more beats? And we're at the selling point, so listen closely. The content you create on your social media is the new way to sell beats. When most people log into social media, they're looking to be entertained and they're not looking to be sold things or looking to buy things. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to entertain people. Except the content you use to entertain people is all focused around your beats and beat making. So every time you post content, all these artists who you've been messaging slowly start to see you as the beat maker. They become more and more familiar with you, and you're building credibility with them over time. So when that glorious day comes, when they decide they need a beat, who do you think they're gonna reach out to? The beat maker who's always dropping content on Instagram and TikTok. That's why it's so important for us as music producers to start making content and adapt with the times. Content is now the gateway to get sales. So I would keep this whole strategy in mind when messaging new artists. The main goal is to build a relationship with them, follow each other, and then build credibility over time through your content until you're one of their top options the next time they're looking to purchase a beat. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you're looking for a quick sale, this probably isn't the right method for you. But if you're looking to build a relationship with artists and create long-term returning customers, then this is the method for you. There's tons of different ways you can network with artists. This is a strategy that I found has worked for me, so I hope you guys can benefit from it as well. But that's about all I got for you guys. If you do like my merch, Vibe and Apparel, I'll drop the link in the description. And make sure to check out producernook.com, where I drop free loops and also a brand new sample pack every single week. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's Infamous Beats. Stay vibing.